My name is Jackie Johnsrud. I'm President and CEO of Johnsrud Transport. I grew up in Cresco, Iowa, a little town in northeast Iowa. My father's always owned trucks, so I've been around the industry and in the industry my entire life. Officially, I guess, starting in 1989 after graduating from college. And I graduated with a degree in finance and didn't know what I wanted to do, so I asked Dad if I could work at the business for a few years till I figured out what I wanted to do. And after a few years, I decided that I really loved it and wanted to stay, and that's where I belonged. And my father did say, you know, think long and hard about it, and that it's a tough and demanding business, and you need to really love it, and you really need to be committed to it if you're gonna be in it. My father fell in love with trucking while picking up milk cans off of farms in northeast Iowa to take back to my grandfather's cheese factory. So he did that for many years, and eventually learned to drive a tank, farm pickup milk tank. Did that, and then eventually bought his own truck, went into business as an owner-operator, did that for several years, and then eventually bought another truck and another truck and another truck. Mainly had reefers up until 1980 when we switched to food-grade tank, when that was really becoming a bigger business. And today we operate about 140 trucks and serve the U.S., Canada, do some work into Mexico with our trailers. Well, I think I've had many influences in my life and in the industry, and certainly I've learned a lot from all the employees that we've had over the years, but without a doubt my father has been a great influence. From when I first started, he made it clear that when you come in the gates every day, it's about business, and it's not about any one individual. And set the tone for that. And also, by the way, I don't think you can't be fired. So he made it clear to me that it was important that you work hard and that you be devoted to what you do. And I have tremendous respect and admiration for him. Through the years, he'd sold out twice. Once when he had as many as 75 trucks. And I still keep one of the auction bills in the top drawer of my desk, just to remind me of where Johnsrud's come from and the perspective and all the hard work and dedication he's put into it. And I just can't imagine having children to feed and putting all that on the line, not once but twice, and continuing to do that. And I just admire and respect that and want to continue that. I think the thing that brings me the most pride and what I'm most proud of is the people of Johnsrud. We have a lot of long-term, loyal, and dedicated employees that have built the company and made it what it is today. And I want to be a responsible steward of my father's legacy. And I'm committed to doing the best I can do every day to make Johnsrud successful. I think there's several chronic and concerning issues that affect the industry. Number one being regulations that are thrust upon us with what appears to be not enough input from us. Hiring and retaining professional drivers. And also the industry's image. And I think we need to think long and hard and devote some time to all three of those, and particularly the image, I think, will impact the other two. As far as my management style, I believe that people come into work every day to do the best they can do, and I'm a definite process manager and leader, and I believe it's our responsibility as leaders and managers of the organization to make sure that the folks have the proper training, proper equipment, proper knowledge to do what they need to do, so that if something does go awry, we challenge ourselves on the process rather than focusing on the person. And then that ultimately makes us better leaders and challenges us to do better as a company. I think one of the barriers to profitability is the ability to keep up with the regulations and how they impact your operation. It takes a long time to adapt and adjust, and you can predict all you can predict, but the reality is it takes a long time to see the total impact of that and be able to keep up with it. I think the constantly changing environment of trucking requires that you adapt if you want to survive, and that's the mode that you have to be in. And I think you're far better off if you don't constantly fight the change and figure out how to adapt and move on, and that's what we do at Johnsrud. Well, I think it's important to join IMTA. To be part of the overall mission of the industry, and to be part of the representation, to have your voice, to have your seat at the table, to have your opinions heard, We all have different perspectives and opinions, and they're all important to what we do. And collectively, I think we can come up with the best answer. My father joined the IMTA over 30 years ago because he believed in the power of numbers and protecting the interests and representing the interests of the industry, and that's why we remain members today. Through the years, the IMTA has proved to be a successful leader on issues and taken on some very tough issues, and I've learned a lot from members, and through interaction with the IMTA, I think you get out of things what you put into them, and I think by being involved in the IMTA, I've become a better leader, and consequently Johnsrud has become a better company. I'm honored to serve as the chairman for the upcoming year and look forward to meeting more of the membership and learning more about what everybody does and doing what we can together to move the industry forward.